This night, the drink seller plays a comic courtier. He will be sent to the woods by the king, and there will find the puppeteer playing a villager.
Lutung terus datang aki-aki, ya aki-aki lengser. Jalan. Ini dekat alun.
Ayah kaperuan tarik.
Tekno dia mana itu lain di karaton.
Di karaton galuh. Di karaton galuh ada sabab-sababna. Urang aya kapentingan naon. Aya sabab-sababna eta teh aya manis ganu diutus ku jeung Gusti Galuh. Aki jeung Nini kudu menangkeun lutung poe ieu. Goreng teh mil. Yo, eta nyana mah ieu geranya. Eta teh jadi lamun kitu teh mah jadi naon?
Peksia.
Ka peta?
Peksia.
Ka peta?
Peksia. Sok. Biasana sok sia. Sok. Bangga basianya.
The courtier has commissioned the villager to catch a magic monkey, for the king craves the meat of such a monkey.
Sing hade-hade lamun hasil lutung urang teh sing pasrah kalau jadi ratunya upama teh menepikeun ka urang dihukum pati kan bae da urang mah usahanya
Mimiti siapa?
Lain jauh ka mana yo
The play is as old as history, the battles and the banter between court and village, and it seems to go on all night. William Sendurian is going to a village to find an actor. He says that we should go to a village too because the city, Jakarta, is not Indonesia. Indonesia is villages. So we set off in a sort of taxi that they call an opalette.
Melalui kali. Oh, berapa jauh tuh? Itu kira-kira bangsa.
Jules Fiol, the location manager, rides the opalette. But I think he does so a little reluctantly because he doesn't like me showing this ancient jalopy. He feels it doesn't reflect his society well.
About 40 kilometers to the city, to sell it in the city.
sudah goma.
Mobil lain bisa jalan. Ah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Oh, dia pada kuat Anda. Kuat enggak? Sebentar. Tunggu dong sebentar dong. Sampai. Mari saya bantuin. Ya, beres. Coba lihat kesannya. Ringgit ya. Besok nah. Video.
In Indonesia, a car is a source of income, pride, a member of the family. And Tatang, who has arranged the stay in the village, has a car that he brought back from Canada in 1961. He calls it Barbara, after its former owner.
Steering's a bit loose. Yes, a bit. Horn works. The horn works. What about the gears? The gears good? These things on when you...
Will he ever sell her? No, because she carries too many memories.
I visit Tonton, for instance, you see, and I bought one of his shops and I put it here just as a
souvenir
from Canada.
The rainy season is almost over, and yet still it rains each day at 4 o'clock. It will be next morning before we arrive in the village. The village of Changkuan is in a prosperous part of western Java, 80 kilometers from Bandung. It's a quiet time now, for the harvest is almost over, and the second crop of rice grows quietly.
Selamat buat.
Selamat bertemu.
Making friends, we hardly see the hunger behind the smiles.
Wilujeng tepang gitu.
She places on the table the day's meager rations for a family of 7, soon to be 8.
The name here it is Fajar, means sunset.
Sunset.
Because and so it looks very bright and white in color. You see, from a hectare, you can get it for about 56 quintal.
That makes 5.6 tons.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
5.6.
And the old rice you'd get about 2.5?
At the moment, not many people are growing the new miracle rice. It takes capital to buy the enormous quantities of insecticides and fertilizers that the new rice needs. Besides, the chemicals get into the fish ponds, they say, and make the fish taste bad. We see a family planning poster that is explained to us by the Lura, the village head.
Yeah.
And it is introduced by the government to introduce to the people.
Yeah.
To get used to this.
People don't seem to be too certain about family planning, from what I've been able to find out.
That's right.
I mean, they like to have a lot of children, right?
Kebanyakan katanya rakyatnya mau lebih banyak anaknya, betul?
Iya.
Iya, betul.
Do you think people in a village like this have any concept of the size of the Indonesian population? You know, the fact that there are 110 million people in Indonesia and that in 15 years there'll be 200 million?
Akan lebih hebat lagi.
Ada.
They have, he said.
But they can't do anything about it.
Perhaps there's no point in asking such questions in a village. We drop in from the outside and want a global picture. Or, another case, we see a family moving back to the village from the city and contentedly conclude that it might be a trend. But then the Lura, the village head,